Folks, welcome back to Admin Code. This is day number 8. Oops, my key light is not on. Let me fix that real fast. So, I'm a little out of sorts today. This is normal for me. This is 1 day a week that 1 to 2 days a week that I look like this. There we go. The light might help work me up a little. Yeah, so we're going to try to do this together. We'll see how long it takes. This is a weekday puzzle. Hopefully it's not too bad. As I warned on Twitter, I'm a little bit loopy today. Also exciting fun news. I found my first white hair today. I am slowly becoming a wizened old crone of programming, which is exciting. It's, good to be a ripe old age such that I start being actually someone with whose hair is turning white slowly. I have a good sense of humor about this. All right. So, did anything interesting happen with yesterday's solution? I saw a lot of people posting solutions online that were recursive. I wanted to explain the difference between their solutions and my solutions and why I think that my approach is kind of the slightly more conservative approach to take here, because, it turns out that you can do things like accidentally wind up creating exceeding stack depth if you wind up recursing infinitely. So I wind up using a work queue that I push work onto, and then I evaluate the work, and then I push new work, and I evaluate the work. That way it avoids the problem of infinite recursion that other people could potentially have found had Eric been a little bit more vindictive than he actually was. Yes, I am slowly evolving like Gandalf did, except for white supremacists have kind of ruined the idea of calling anything the white, unfortunately. So that's what's going on with me, is ruminating a little bit over yesterday's solution and trying not to fall asleep on stream. This is not coffee, this is water. Also, I play EVE Online. This was a little present from my coworkers of me looking like a bee, because we're Honeycomb. We all have kind of bee personas, and then I'm holding a Rifter from EVE Online. Yes, Liz the fair-haired indeed. Cool. Yeah, so that's what's up with me today. I'm tired enough I didn't actually show this code here that I was talking about when I was like, hey, I used a queue and not recursion. But the way to do this with recursion is to call a function every time you find a bag to find out how many other things live under that bag. But, again, best to avoid recursion if you can help it. Cool. So, yeah. Awesome. Well, let's see what Eric has in store for us today. We've got a minute and a half left to go. So we'll roll with it. I may ask the stream for a little bit of extra help. Hey, 9. Buzz, buzz. Coffee, coffee, buzz, buzz. Not actually coffee, because I do need to fall asleep very promptly after this. Yes, it's a present that every employee at Honeycomb gets after they've been at the company a year, is you get a bee mug. Hey, Gustavo, how you doing? Cool. Let's go ahead and do this, and that way we'll have no ads or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends on how the Rifter is fit. But yeah, I had some jump freight that I meant to take care of today before stream, but that obviously did not happen, and that's fine. Also, this chair is super, super comfy. Super comfy. But I'm not going to fall asleep on you. Don't worry. Yeah, when we were in faction warfare in EVE, we used max-tanked Punishers as bait for orbiting faction warfare beacons, but we don't do that anymore because we're not in faction warfare anymore in EVE. But if you do feel like checking us out, we are at ofsoundmind.com. But yeah, let's go ahead and have a look at the puzzle. And oh dear, I didn't actually template my code. So we're going to have to do that while we read the puzzle. Okay. Flight to major airline hub from the North Pole, from the regional hub. The kids' game console won't work. Here's int code. Okay, we have int code. Fuck yeah. Okay, let's do some int code here. Yay! Finally, virtual machines. This is now day 8. So let's go ahead, and this is always a perennial favorite. Let's go ahead and, whoa, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. That's fine. Okay, so we just have accumulates and jumps, which is fine. So accumulate, increases accumulator by 7, jumps to a new instruction relative to itself. Yep, okay, this still looks fairly straightforward. So let us do this. So I'm not yet going to abstract it to its own class because we don't yet know what extensions will be added, and I will, so I'll go back and abstract this previous day's code later. Great. So we clear out all this cruft from day 1, blah, blah, blah. Now we need to define some types. Opcode. Let's do it this way. Haven't yet fully decided what I want to put in this, but that's fine. It'll eventually come to me. So we have let's see. So we have an accumulator. That's an int of some kind. We have a instructions. We have a strange infinite loop. Before any instruction is executed a second time. Okay, so we need to keep track of what instructions have already been executed. Okay, so we've got a list of instructions. Okay, and then we also are going to need my instruction pointer. Wow. You can tell I'm really exhausted. What is the thing that the instruction pointer is called? Like in Intel assembly. You know what? Program counter. Yes. Thank you. I knew someone would have that. That is much more like what I would expect. It was like, what is the name of that thing? I am glad I have all of you to help me, because otherwise I would be kind of in a little bit of trouble. Okay, so so we get past a VM that we operate on. So that seems fine. So in fact, actually, a instruction is just going to be an opcode performed on a VM. Okay, great. So now we need to parse my list of things. So what do my instructions look like? Let's see. Reasons, no, not day 7, day 8, silly. Whoops, I have a mistake. Yeah, I am not entirely with it, and you can tell. Oh no, I think I accidentally blew away my day 7 input, and that's not checked into source control. You know what, that's fine. We'll do it this way. No, I need the puzzle input, not the... Okay. Wait, that actually looks correct. Did I... No, I just ended the thing that I needed to actually do. Wow. Okay. Folks, this is why you don't take methotrexate unless you have a serious reason that you need to, like your immune system attacking your eyes. Okay, day 8 contains the expected input. Day 7 contains the expected input. We're back where we started like a couple minutes ago. Oh boy, this is going to be a long day, isn't it? Okay, we're going to make a new VM struct. Yeah, okay. We're going to instantiate a new VM, and then for each instruction, we're going to read it in. Program. Okay, so that needs to go down here at the bottom, and then after that, we're going to execute the main VM. So what does the VM do? Func. So each cycle, so program, the program counter, VM program C runs on V. And we need to do I'm going to regret this decision later, aren't I? That should do it. Okay. I think that should do the trick. Oh, and I need to populate executed. I don't understand your question, One Funkman. I'm sorry. Maybe someone who's more awake than I can answer that. Let's see. And I am tasked with what value is in the accumulator. Okay, that's fine. So at the end of this, we're going to for VM cycle print VM accumulator. Okay, that should do it. Now I need to do the input parsing. It's fine. Oh, and that's going to be true. I need to do terminate on repeat. Okay. Now what do I do? Does nop take an argument? Yep, nop takes no operation, but it does have a number associated with it. Okay. So, let's see. Split of S. Switch parts 0. Case not. Case ack. And case jump. Okay. 2, then okay. So every one of these has a plus or minus sign in front of it. So that is going to be a default there. Okay. That goes here. Okay, that seems fine. Hey, Epsilon. I hope you finished. Or if not, thanks for sending the rate, even though you are not done or not doing admin of code. I'm not sure which it is. I hope you are doing good. All right. All right, and same deal here. Oops. Yeah, actually, it'll do what I expect, more or less. That's fine. Great. So, var instr. Okay. Hey, Viwu. I'm glad you're done early. As I warned people on Twitter, I'm a little bit incoherent because of my meds today, even more than I was yesterday, so this is taking a little longer than I would prefer it to, but that's okay. And that does actually absolutely nothing. Okay. And wait, I need to, I remember there's something fancy here with Go and lambda capture that I need to think carefully about. I may need to bind, the value. So let's think about how to do that. I'm actually going to go look at the Go spec. How do I bind a value? That's not very helpful. Someone who is a little bit more awake, please remind me of how to do this. I know that I need to do something involving. I know that this is not going to work. But yeah. I think there's something going on here. I just don't understand off the top of my head what to do here. Construct a function that binds the receiver. Use a function literal. I define a function literal as a anonymous function. Are closures. Those variables are shared between the surrounding function and the function literal, and they survive as long as... Oh, okay. I see what I need to do. So this value here was defined here, not outside here, so I think that should work. I think that it is not shared. I think that's fine, but we'll test it, and it's possible if this is wrong. Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay. Let's see how that does. What? Go, oh, what? Okay, line 28. Oh, V, that's fine. Strings, split, oh. Okay, yep. Fine. All right, we'll do this, and we'll return, because I don't want to continue execution in the event that I have something I can't parse. My function is just going to be bad. Okay. Oh, I see the problem. That's what I did. I ran go from it. Okay. Oh, I don't actually need the I because I'm just using append down here. Yep, that's fine. And so value error. Why is error not already defined? Error should not be already defined here. Okay, fine. 172. Oh. That's that. Assignment to entry in nil map. Oh, whoops, I never instantiated executed. Okay. Okay. That should do the trick. So let's pass this in and hope that this is correct. That is not correct. Okay, I suspect that I have an off by 1 error. But let's try the simple program first. So try running it on this. So that returns the value in the accumulator is 5, but I have 1 here, so that's clearly wrong. Okay, so I'm not failing to parse any instructions. Let's go ahead and trace the output of what's happening every time. So we're going to do this. Oh, VM itself is already not a pointer. That's fine. Okay. So the counter value is 1, 2. My jump instruction is wrong. Jump plus 2 would skip the next instruction. Jump plus 1 would consider. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. It's in my program counter. That is clearly wrong. Okay. So let's just debug this. Check that this is doing what we expect. So this should be running instruction. Oh, I see. That's the instruction after. Okay. So let's do that. Okay, so instruction number 0 is this one. Instruction number 1. Oh yeah, that's absolutely correct. Thank you, Epsilon. You're absolutely correct. So I'm doing plus equals, not using the previous one. Yep. So I need to subtract 1. Thank you. That is it. Yeah, that's probably what's going on. Okay. So, yep, that sequence now looks correct. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. So now I can take out my debug statements, I think. Okay. So now I get the value 5, which is correct. So now if I run this, I should be able to get this value, which is now correct. I didn't place in the top 1,000, but that is fine, given my mental state. Exactly one instruction is corrupted. Program is supposed to terminate by executing an instruction immediately after the instruction in the file. I can repair the boot code and make it change correctly. Okay. Fix exactly one jump to nop or nop to jump. Okay. Let's see this. I don't even, okay. So, I'm going to have to change this slightly to be able to transform a nop to a jump or a jump to a nop. The way I'm going to have to fix this is, oh, I think I would rather fix this by changing my parsing code. I think that's probably the better way, because I suspect we're not going to be asked in the future to change jumps to nops except for this puzzle. So we'll do it this way. So let's take this code here and grab this here. So is this a string or is this some bytes? Oh, yeah, that's, oh, that's actually a byte, a string array, I think. Okay. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay. That should, something like that should do it. So let's make sure that this still works. Oh. All right. The other thing here is if PC is length of the program, okay, that should do it. Okay. Oh, I see. All right, so that still returns 1489, which is correct. Now we need to try parsing mutated variants. Wait a second. It'll still eventually find a jump instruction and loop forever. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? I have to, this is halting problem-ish. Alright, well, I don't know how I'm going to solve that, but what I do know is, we'll worry about that later. If... the jump instructions are independent from the accumulator. Oh, so I just have to do so. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Ariel. Yeah, that's correct. So, all right. Okay, so actually terminate on repeat should always be... no, but I don't know that for sure. Returns the where we repeated and whether it's to halt. Okay. And over here, this one just is okay, that should do it. Yeah, that's possible. I don't really have the brain juice in me to do that and stare at the numbers. Okay. Where do I mess this up? Oh, yeah. Thanks, Kristen. Yeah, I think I understand how to do this. Right. So essentially, what I need is something like this. Right. I think I need if cont not cont. Right. This is where I'm driving it. I just haven't I haven't done it yet. So goal then continue outer else. I think this is essentially what I need. Okay. Great. So copy function dest comma source. If not jump yeah, I know it's Intel assembly order for Golang's copy instruction. It's a little weird. Wait. Wait, what? Copy. Who's from source to dest, and oh, this is just that. My bad. Copied of, no, this is not called copied, this is called insters. All right, insters index I is going to be how do I approach this? Oh, I see. I can just directly copy over this and monkey patch it. It's hilarious, but it'll work. Someone is going to hate me for this. I think this works. I think this is going to be hilarious. Oh, I left that alone. Actually, I don't need terminate on... Yeah, I do still need terminate and repeat. How do I treat a string as a byte? As a special case, copy also accepts a destination argument assignable to type byte with a source argument of string type. String is assignable to a byte array. Source argument is a string type. Oh, wait, source argument is destination. Oh, I see. I think this is because strings are immutable in Go, isn't it? Yeah, I know. I'm expecting this to be a one-off. How do I get instructions how to treat a string as a byte? Forgotten how to do this. Okay. that's fine. Let's do it this way. So substitution is a byte version of that. Okay, that should be fine. And then okay, fine. We'll do it that way. Index out of range, which is correct. Okay, so I did in fact reach the end, but why did it not trigger correctly? Oh. I think this needs to happen here. Let's try that. This feels a little bit janky, but we'll just sit with it and it'll be fine. That is correct. Okay, I finished it. It was ugly. It wasn't particularly pretty, but we got the job done. Yeah, I'm actually reasonably happy with this. Just comment this for a second. Assembly file 1 and per a slice of assembly strings into a initialized VM. Okay. This case is not eligible to be flipped. Yeah, I could have done jump space instructions for slice. That probably would have been slightly more efficient. I don't entirely know why I did that. Yeah, the monkey patch here is I'm taking the previous instruction string, and then I am replacing the first 3 characters in it, and then I'm reinserting it back into the instruction array. So that's the monkey patch. The reason why I didn't want to actually monkey patch the bytecode itself, or the executing functions, is because over here you can see NOP doesn't retain value. So there's no way, and I don't want to have this ugly flag that says, you know, invert or not, right? Like that feels like Here Be Dragons and overly complexifies what a day 9 or day 10 might look like. Hopefully it answers the question about the monkey patch. But yeah, Fizbin, your suggestion of string and cat is fine. And yeah, DevGuy.io, yes, I definitely use Nano. This has been my editor for upwards of 15 years, and you are not going to change that, and no one is going to change it or take it away from me. Anthony Wright's code uses a similar Nano derivative. So yeah, my boss, funnily enough, at one point was Chris Allegretta, who is one of the authors of Nano. Okay. Where am I deciding to execute the monkey patch? So I am deciding to execute the monkey patch before I even create the VM. So I am creating one VM for each potential instruction. So I am, so in the part A solution, right, I just run the VM straight up. I parse the n-modified instruction list, and then I cycle it. For part 2, I am instantiating copies of the instruction list and instantiating VMs based off of them. So that's how I'm doing the monkey patch, is I'm picking which line I'm going to monkey patch for each iteration in here until I'm done. How many points do I have? I now have events. I have 16 stars for this year, which is the maximum possible so far, because you get awarded stars no matter how many, no matter where in the ranking you are. And I've done all 50 for all previous 5 years. But in terms of leaderboard points, I have 0 because I haven't placed in the top 100 all competition long, and I don't really expect to. Cool. All right, I think that is about it. So we'll probably go raid Irene's if they're still running. Otherwise, we'll raid Antony. If I remember what I was doing, which was checking my code in. There's a new line after day 8. Oh, no, I didn't see that. Wait, there's a what? Oh, that's interesting. Fascinating. I wonder what that's about. Well, I guess we'll find out, but there's not a part 8B, I don't think, unless there's a hidden puzzle. So we'll see what's going on there. We might wind up coming back or something. I don't know. There might be something weird and interesting going on. And yeah, I am one of 400 people who has done every single puzzle to date. Okay. And a OA baby solution. And we'll go ahead and push that up to the cloud so you can have a look at it. It's going to be at github.com/livethegray/advent of code if you want to check it out. And otherwise, I think that's it for me tonight. I'm not going to subject you to my drugged rambling. So cheers, folks. Let's go ahead and do a quick raid. Let's see. Yep, Irene's is going. Let's raid Irene's. See you tomorrow, folks.